New details on North Carolina Governor Josh Stein's veto of a bill that would change some of the state's election rules.
Yeah, including cutting a week of early voting during primaries and making other changes to how elections are administered. Republicans could try to override the veto, but as Jordy Clark reports, they may not have the votes.
Now veto House Bill 958.
North Carolina Governor Josh Stein vetoed House Bill 958 on Monday, calling it an anti-voter law. Among the changes in the bill are cutting 1 week from the early voting period for primary elections, along with new procedures for ballot challenges, recounts, and election audits.
About 200,000 North Carolinians voted in the first week of early voting this year. And if you vote early in the general elections, this bill makes it easier for partisan officials to throw out your vote for up to 3 days after the election is over.
But a veto doesn't necessarily end the bill, according to Leslie Coggle, a political science professor at Baton University. She says lawmakers can override a governor's veto, but they need more than a simple majority.
Normally, when you're voting on something in the state house, you just need a majority, kind of just above 50%. And here, you don't need that. You need a supermajority.
In North Carolina, that means 3/5 of the members present and voting in both chambers. And Coggle says that could make an override difficult because the bill itself passed without bipartisan support.
If I'm recalling correctly, they hold 71 seats, which isn't quite 60%. And that means that they would need somebody to cross party lines.
Coggle says that makes a veto override unlikely because the bill passed along party lines.
I think it's unlikely that a vote that passed by a party line vote in this way is going to be overridden, that you're going to see a Democrat essentially switch their position, particularly on this issue.
There's also a timing question. Coggle says if lawmakers did override the veto, election officials could have just weeks to implement the changes before voting begins. For now, the next move is up to lawmakers. For 13 News Now, I'm Jordy Clark.
Governor Stein is urging voters to contact their representatives and urge them to sustain the veto. The General Assembly is currently out of session.